All right, so you're getting ready for an interview for an intellectual property consultant
Oh,
position.
that's great.
That's fantastic. And we have some RoleCatcher resources to help you really nail it.
Yes.
This deep dive is going to be like your own personal prep session.
Yeah.
It's going way beyond just giving you generic advice.
Right,
We're
yeah.
talking really tailored strategies to impress those interviewers and stand out.
Absolutely. And I think what's so fascinating about this is that we're using RoleCatcher's AI and their career guides
Exactly.
to give you that extra edge.
Yes.
It's about understanding what this specific role demands, from the core skills to the tricky questions you might encounter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So before we even get to those interview questions,
Yes.
let's just quickly paint a picture of what this role actually entails.
Okay.
What does an intellectual property consultant actually do on a day-to-day basis?
Well, essentially, you're a guardian of innovation. You're guiding clients on how to leverage their intellectual property for maximum impact. So think patents, trademarks, copyrights.
Right.
You're the expert that they turn to help protect and maximize the value of those assets.
Now, RoleCatcher's guide mentions patent brokerage.
Yes.
What's that all about?
It's really intriguing. It's kind of like real estate before inventions.
Oh.
So you might help clients buy, sell, or even license out their patents.
Oh, wow.
So it adds a strategic business dimension to the role, going beyond just legal expertise.
So it's not just about knowing the law, it's also understanding the business implications of intellectual property.
Absolutely.
And the guide also mentioned that technology is becoming increasingly important in this field.
Absolutely. I mean, imagine managing a vast portfolio of patents.
Yeah.
You need to be tech savvy to leverage all the latest software and tools for efficient management and analysis.
Yeah.
It's a fast-paced world, and staying ahead of the curve is really crucial.
Okay, before we jump into the interview, questions. Anything else from the career guide that we should highlight?
Well, one thing that really stood out to me was the career outlook is very positive.
Okay.
The guide actually projects a 5% growth rate.
Wow.
From 2019 to 2029 for IP consultants.
That's great.
Indicating a strong demand for these skills.
Music to any job seeker's ears.
Exactly. And with RoleCatcher's insights,
Yes.
you can tailor your application to stand out in this competitive market.
All right, let's dive into the heart of this deep dive interview prep.
Okay.
RoleCatcher has provided some sample questions that you are likely to encounter.
Yes.
Let's start with a classic. What inspired you to become an intellectual property consultant?
Seems simple, right?
Yeah.
But interviewers are digging deeper here. They're trying to gauge your genuine passion for the field. It's not enough to just say, oh, it seemed like a good career path.
Right.
You need to demonstrate a genuine snark, something that ignited your interest in protecting ideas and innovation.
So how can someone craft an answer that truly stands out?
Well, instead of giving a generic response, think about connecting your inspiration to a specific challenge that this company is facing.
Oh.
So, for example, if they're a tech startup, you could say something like, seeing how quickly technology evolves, I was drawn to the challenge of protecting those groundbreaking innovations in such a rapidly changing landscape.
That's a great way to show you've done your research.
Exactly.
And you understand their specific needs.
Yeah.
What about potential follow-up questions?
Well, they might ask you something like, where do you see yourself in 5 years within this field?
Okay.
This is your chance to really demonstrate ambition and long-term thinking. Do you see yourself specializing in a specific area of IP?
Okay.
Do you see yourself leading a team of consultants? Aligning your aspirations with the company's goals shows that you're in it for the long haul.
That's a great tip.
Thank you.
Now, RoleCatcher highlights another really common question. What do you consider to be the most important qualities of a successful IP consultant?
Okay.
What's the best way to approach this one?
This is your opportunity to showcase a deep understanding of the role's core competencies. But remember, it's not just about listing qualities.
Right.
It's about connecting those qualities to tangible results.
So instead of saying, like, I'm detail-oriented, what would be a better approach?
You could say, attention to detail is crucial, especially when reviewing complex patent applications.
Okay.
In my previous role, I caught a critical error in a patent claim.
Wow.
That saved the company millions in potential litigation costs.
Oh, wow.
So that really demonstrates the real-world impact of your meticulous nature.
That's a really powerful example.
Thank you.
It shows you're not just listing traits, you're proving your value.
Exactly.
Any potential follow-up questions here?
Well, they might dig a little deeper and say something like,
Okay.
can you describe a situation where you had to balance competing priorities
Mm.
while ensuring accuracy in your work?
Okay.
So this is really getting into your ability to manage multiple tasks effectively
Yeah.
while maintaining that critical attention to detail.
And I imagine that RoleCatcher's AI could be really helpful here, right?
Absolutely. RoleCatcher's AI can analyze specific job descriptions
Okay.
and pinpoint the keywords and skills that the employer values most.
Right.
So you can then tailor your answers
Yeah.
to highlight those qualities
Okay.
and really make your responses resonate
Yeah.
with the hiring manager.
It's like having a personal recruiter whispering in your ear,
Yes.
telling you exactly what they're looking for.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's move on to another question that RoleCatcher highlights. How do you stay updated on changes in intellectual property law?
That's a good one.
Why is this one so important?
Well, because the field of IP is constantly evolving.
Right.
New laws, court decisions, technological advancements.
Yeah.
It's a whirlwind out there.
Yeah, it is.
So this question is really trying to figure out if you are committed to continuous learning, which is a crucial trait for any IP consultant.
So how can someone listening showcase their commitment to staying on top of things?
So instead of just listing publications or conferences, connect your learning to practical application.
Oh.
So for instance, you could say, I recently attended a seminar on blockchain technology and its impact on IP rights.
Okay.
And this knowledge helped me advise a client on securing patent protection for their innovative blockchain-based platform.
Okay, so you're showing them that you're not just passively learning.
Yeah.
You're applying that knowledge to real-world client situations.
Exactly.
What about potential follow-up questions they might ask?
Well, they might say something like,
Okay.
can you discuss a recent change in IP law that you found particularly challenging or impactful?
Okay.
This is your chance to showcase your in-depth knowledge and ability to analyze complex legal developments.
It's like they're giving you a platform to really show off your IP expertise.
Absolutely.
Now, RoleCatcher flags another question. Can you explain the difference between a copyright and a trade secret?
Okay.
It seems like a very basic question.
Yeah.
But why is this question so important?
It might seem like a softball question, but it's a chance to demonstrate a nuanced understanding of these two often confused concepts. And remember, it's not just about reciting definitions.
Right.
It's about showing you can apply those concepts in real-world scenarios.
So how can you go beyond a simple definition and deliver a truly insightful answer?
Instead of just saying copyright protects creative works, think about relatable examples.
Okay.
You could say, imagine a hit song that's protected by copyright.
Yeah.
But the secret formula for Coca-Cola, that's a trade secret.
Right.
One protects artistic expression, the other safeguards confidential business information.
Oh, that's great.
Right.
That's a great way to make it tangible and really memorable.
Yeah.
What about potential follow-up questions?
They might ask, can you provide an example of a situation where a company might choose to protect its intellectual property as a trade secret rather than seeking copyright or patent protection?
Okay.
So this digs deeper into your understanding of
Right.
the strategic considerations involved in choosing the right protection strategy.
It's demonstrating that you're not just familiar with the legal concepts, but also the strategic thinking behind them.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm curious about this other question that RoleCatcher highlighted. What are some common mistakes businesses make when it comes to protecting their intellectual property?
Okay.
It seems like this question is really testing your awareness of those potential pitfalls.
Exactly. Interviewers want to see if you can anticipate potential problems
Okay.
and provide valuable advice to your clients.
Yeah.
It's about demonstrating your proactive thinking
Right.
and your ability to guide clients toward the right path.
So what are some common mistakes that businesses should avoid?
Well, one common mistake is publicly disclosing an invention
Okay.
before filing a patent application.
Oh.
This can be disastrous, as it could render the invention unpatentable. You could say something like, I always advise clients to consult with an IP professional before making any public disclosures, ensuring they don't inadvertently jeopardize their patent rights.
That's such a crucial point.
Yeah.
It shows that you understand the importance of timing and confidentiality in IP protection.
Yeah.
What about potential follow-up questions they might ask?
Well, they could ask you.
Yeah.
How would you advise a client who has already publicly disclosed their invention?
Oh.
So this is letting you demonstrate your problem-solving skills
Yeah?
and your ability to navigate tricky situations.
It's like they're presenting you with a real-world challenge
Right.
to see how you would handle it.
Exactly.
Now, RoleCatcher highlights another question that really delves into the ethical dimension of this role. How do you balance the needs of your clients with legal and ethical considerations? Why is this balance so crucial for an IP consultant?
This question goes beyond legal expertise, and it probes your moral compass. It's about demonstrating that you're not just a hired gun,
Right.
but a trusted advisor who prioritizes integrity and ethical conduct above all else.
So how can you really showcase your commitment to ethical decision-making?
So instead of just saying, I always act ethically,
Yeah.
share a concrete example.
Okay.
You could say, I once had a client who wanted to pursue a trademark that I believed was too similar to an existing mark. And while it might have been legally permissible,
Yeah.
I advised against it
Yeah.
due to the potential for consumer confusion and ethical concerns.
Mm-hmm.
The client ultimately appreciated my honesty and chose a different trademark.
That's a great example. It shows you're willing to stand up for what's right,
Exactly.
even when it might be difficult.
Right.
What about potential follow-up questions they might ask?
They might ask you a question like,
Okay.
have you ever faced a situation where a client's request conflicted with your ethical obligations? How did you handle it? So this allows you to demonstrate your ability to navigate complex ethical dilemmas and make sound judgments under pressure.
It's about showing that you can balance your duty to your client
Yes,
with your commitment to ethical conduct.
absolutely. And remember, RoleCatcher's AI can analyze these nuanced questions,
Yes.
identify keywords related to ethical consideration,
Okay.
and suggest ways to incorporate them into your answers.
It's like having a personal ethics coach in your pocket,
Exact.
helping you navigate those tricky ethical waters.
Absolutely.
Now let's move on to a question that really dives into the technical aspects of the role. Can you explain the process of filing a patent application?
All right.
Why is this question so crucial for aspiring IP consultants?
Because it tests your practical understanding of the patent system.
Okay.
It's not enough to know the theory you need to show them that you can walk the walk.
Right. So how can you go beyond just like a dry recitation of the steps
Yeah.
and deliver an answer that truly shines?
Instead of just listing the steps, use storytelling. Paint a picture for them.
Okay.
You could say, imagine you've invented a self-driving bicycle.
Okay.
The first step is to conduct a thorough patent search to make sure your idea is truly novel. Then we'd craft a detailed patent application describing the invention's technical features and claiming its unique aspects.
Okay.
We'd file it with the patent office and then engage in a back and forth with the examiner, responding to any objections or requests for clarification. It's a challenging but rewarding journey, culminating in a patent that protects your client's groundbreaking invention.
That's a fantastic way to make the process come alive.
Yeah.
You're not just describing steps, you're engaging them in a story.
Exactly.
What about potential follow-up questions they might ask?
They might ask you, what are some of the most common challenges you've encountered when working with inventors on patent applications?
Okay.
So this gives you an opportunity to showcase your problem-solving skills and your ability to guide clients through the intricacies of the patent process.
It's about demonstrating that you're not just familiar with the process. You've experienced it firsthand, and you can navigate its complexities.
Absolutely.
Now, RoleCatcher flags a final question that focuses on a critical aspect of IP protection. How do you handle situations where a client's intellectual property rights have been infringed upon?
Okay.
This seems like a real test of your ability to protect your client's interests.
Absolutely. It's about showcasing your strategic thinking and your ability to act decisively when your client's valuable assets are at stake.
So how can you demonstrate your approach to tackling these infringement cases?
So instead of just listing legal options, paint a picture of your process.
Okay.
I could say, if a client suspects their trademark is being infringed, I would first gather all the evidence, comparing the marks and analyzing the potential for consumer confusion.
Okay.
Then I'd advise the client on their options, which could range from sending a cease and desist letter to pursuing mediation or even litigation. My goal is to protect their brand and deter further infringement.
That's a very clear and concise action plan.
Yeah.
It shows you're not afraid to take charge and defend your client's rights.
Exactly.
What about potential follow-up questions they might ask?
They might ask, Can you describe a situation where you successfully resolved an IP infringement case for a client?
Oh,
So this gives you a chance to showcase your track record
right.
and demonstrate your ability to achieve positive outcomes.
It's all about proving you can walk the walk, not just talk the talk.
Exactly.
Now, before we wrap up this first part of our deep dive,
Yeah.
I want to remind everyone about the power of RoleCatcher's AI.
Yes.
It can analyze each of these questions, identify the key skills and keywords that interviewers are looking for.
It's like having a personalized cheat sheet.
Yes.
It's guiding you on how to tailor your answers.
Exactly.
To make the biggest impact.
You can even use their AI-powered mock interviews to practice your responses and get feedback on your delivery and your content.
Absolutely. It's like having a personal interview coach.
Yes.
Right in your pocket.
Helping you refine your approach and build your confidence.
Exactly. Welcome back.
We just explored all those common interview questions.
Yes.
Now let's actually dive into how RoleCatcher's AI can really transform your entire job search.
Yes.
Not just interview prep.
Yeah, this is exciting.
You've piqued my curiosity.
Okay, good.
So we talk about how it can help tailor your answers. What other tricks does RoleCatcher have up its sleeve?
Okay, well, imagine this. You've poured your heart and soul into a stellar CV.
Yeah.
Only for it to get rejected by a robot before a human even lays eyes on it.
I hate that.
Oh, frustrating, right?
Oh, tell me about it.
Those applicant tracking systems, or the infamous ATS, can be a real buzzkill.
Yeah, they are.
But that's where RoleCatcher's AI swoops in to save the day. It can actually analyze those job descriptions and pinpoint the exact keywords and skills that the ATS is programmed to seek out.
So it's like having a secret decoder ring for those automated gatekeepers.
Precisely.
Oh, I love that.
By using RoleCatcher, you can strategically weave those keywords into your CV, boosting your chances of getting past that digital bouncer and landing on the desk of a human recruiter.
So it's like playing chess against a computer.
Yes.
You need to know its moves to win.
Exactly. You need to be one step ahead.
Okay. But how does this work in practice?
It's incredibly user-friendly.
Okay.
You simply upload your CV to RoleCatcher. Their AI compares it to the specific job description you're targeting.
Okay.
It will then highlight any missing keywords or skills.
Wow.
And even suggest ways to incorporate them naturally without making your CV sound like it was written by a robot.
Right, so it's not about stuffing it with keywords.
No.
But making sure that it's both human readable and ATS friendly.
Yes, it's about striking that perfect balance between showcasing your skills and appealing to those AI algorithms.
This is a game changer.
I know, it's pretty cool.
It's like having your own personal career strategist.
Yeah.
Optimizing your application behind the scenes.
I like that analogy.
And the benefits extend beyond your CV.
Yes.
RoleCatcher's AI can also help you write captivating cover letters.
Absolutely.
And even polish your LinkedIn profile to attract the right kind of attention.
Yes. It's really a full-blown career makeover toolkit.
I'm seeing why this platform is such a valuable resource for job seekers.
Absolutely.
But let's talk about that really nerve-wracking moment, the actual interview.
Okay.
We discussed how RoleCatcher's AI can help tailor your answers. Are there other features to boost your confidence?
Yes, definitely. So RoleCatcher offers this fantastic feature called AI-powered mock interviews.
I'm all ears. What is the scoop on these mock interviews?
Think of it as a virtual interview simulation. That's tailored to the specific role that you're pursuing. You select the job. RoleCatcher generates a series of likely questions based on its analysis of that job description.
So it's like a practice run before the big game.
Exactly.
But what makes it different than just rehearsing with a friend?
Well, this is where the AI magic comes in. You record yourself answering those questions. RoleCatcher analyzes your responses, offers feedback on your content, your delivery, even your body language.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's like having a personal coach.
Yes.
Scrutinizing every word and every gesture.
Pretty much.
What kind of feedback does it provide?
It can pinpoint areas where you might be using filler words too much, where your tone could be more confident, or even if you're making too much or too little eye contact. You know, these are all subtle things that can make a huge difference in how you come across.
It's offered those little things that we don't even realize we're doing.
Exactly. And the best part is
you can practice as many times as you need to.
Oh, wow.
Honing your responses until you feel completely confident and prepared to really knock their socks off.
This is an amazing resource.
It is.
It's like a secret weapon to conquer those interview nerves.
Yes, I agree.
So beyond interview prep, RoleCatcher also offers some career guidance.
They do.
What can you tell me about their Career Compass feature?
Okay, so think of it as your personalized GPS
Okay.
for navigating the vast landscape of career possibilities.
I like that.
So based on your skills, your interests, and your experience,
Yeah.
it suggests potential career paths
Okay.
that might not even be on your radar.
So it's not just about landing this job.
Right.
It's about your long-term career trajectory.
Exactly.
What else does this Career Compass offer?
It can identify valuable certifications or training programs
Okay.
that can boost your earning potential and make you a more competitive candidate in this ever-evolving job market.
So it's like having a personal career counselor.
Guiding you every step of the way.
I like that.
Now, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about salary expectations.
Okay.
RoleCatcher's guide does provide some insights here.
Yes, you're right. The guide highlights the importance of researching salary ranges for similar roles in your geographic location. You can use online resources like Glassdoor or salary.com to get a sense of what the going rate is for IP consultants with your level of experience.
So do your homework and be prepared to discuss salary expectations during the interview.
Yes, be prepared.
What are some key tips for navigating this potentially tricky topic?
Well, first and foremost, never bring up salary first.
Okay.
Let the interviewer initiate that conversation. And when they do ask about your salary expectations, be honest and transparent, but also be strategic.
Okay.
Highlight your value, the unique skills you bring to the table.
It's about finding that balance between knowing your worth, but also being realistic about the market. Any other tips for discussing salary?
Be prepared to negotiate.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to counteroffer if their initial offer is below your expectations. Remember, you're in a position of strength, especially if you've showcased your skills and passion throughout the interview process.
I like that.
Yes.
Now, beyond salary, RoleCatcher's career guide also emphasizes the importance of networking.
Yes, networking is crucial in any field, but especially in a specialized area like intellectual property. Attending industry conferences, joining professional organizations, engaging with online forums can open doors to new opportunities and keep you in the loop about the latest trends.
It's not just about what you know, it's who you know.
Exactly.
Are there any specific organizations or events that you would recommend?
The International Trademark Association, or INTA, and the American Intellectual Property Law Association, or AIPLA, are both great resources for connecting with other IP professionals. Attending their annual meetings or their regional events can be invaluable for building your network.
Those are great starting points.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about another aspect that can be a bit daunting.
Okay.
The dreaded weaknesses question.
Yeah.
RoleCatcher's guide offers some tips here.
The classic, what is your greatest weakness question. It's a trap.
Right.
But don't worry, RoleCatcher provides some excellent strategies for navigating this minefield.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Spill the secrets. How do you handle this question without sounding like you're trying to disguise a strength as a weakness?
Authenticity is key.
Okay.
Choose a genuine area for improvement that you are actively working on.
Okay.
Frame it as a growth opportunity.
Okay.
So, for example, you could say, I sometimes get so engrossed in the technical details of a patent application that I can lose sight of the bigger picture. To address this, I've been practicing summarizing complex information concisely for non-technical audiences.
Okay, so you're acknowledging a potential weakness.
Yes.
But also demonstrating your self-awareness.
Exactly.
And commitment to continuous improvement.
It's all about turning a potential negative into a positive.
I like that. Now let's shift gears and talk about a question that focuses on your problem-solving abilities.
All right.
RoleCatcher highlights one that asks, can you describe a time when you had to deal with a challenging client situation?
Okay.
Why is this question so important?
Because it's testing your ability to navigate difficult interpersonal dynamics while maintaining professionalism and achieving positive outcomes.
Okay.
It's about demonstrating your resilience, your diplomacy, your conflict resolution skills.
So how could someone craft an answer that showcases their ability to handle these challenging situations?
Choose an example where you faced a genuine challenge with a client. Maybe there was a disagreement over strategy or a misunderstanding about deadlines. Describe the situation concisely, highlight the specific challenges you encountered, and then focus on the steps you took to resolve the issue. emphasizing your communication, your negotiation, and your problem-solving skills.
So it's focusing on the process and the positive outcome.
Exactly.
Showcasing your ability to turn a potential conflict into a learning experience.
Absolutely. And remember, always maintain client confidentiality.
Right.
Don't disclose sensitive information or name specific clients.
Okay.
Focus on the general nature of the challenge and the skills that you utilize to resolve it.
Good reminder now before we wrap up this part of our deep dive.
Okay.
Let's touch on another key aspect of interview preparation.
All right.
Researching the company.
Yes.
RoleCatcher's Guide emphasizes the importance of going beyond just a quick glance at their website.
Absolutely. Interviewers are impressed when candidates demonstrate a genuine understanding of their company.
Okay.
Its mission, its values, and its recent initiatives.
Where should someone go beyond just their website to gather this information?
LinkedIn is a great resource for learning about the company's leadership team, its culture, and even recent news and announcements.
Right.
You can also check out industry publications or news articles to see what's being said about the company and its competitors.
So take the time to dig a little deeper.
Yeah.
Really show the interviewer that you're truly interested in joining their team.
It shows initiative and genuine enthusiasm.
Exactly.
Which can go a long way in making a positive impression.
We've covered a lot of ground in this part of our deep dive.
We have.
Explored how RoleCatcher's AI can transform your job search.
Yes.
Offered some strategies for tackling some of those really tough interview questions.
Absolutely.
But there's one last piece of the puzzle that we need to explore.
All right.
Before we wrap up this episode.
What is that?
The art of crafting compelling answers that showcase your expertise and passion for intellectual property.
Yeah, we've laid the groundwork.
Yes.
But now it's time to dive into the specifics of what makes an answer truly shine. So join us in the next segment where we'll be dissecting those sample answers and offering expert tips on how to deliver responses that will make you stand out from the competition.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit and actually dive into some of those sample answers.
Okay, sounds good.
We've talked about the strategies, but now let's actually see them in action.
All right, let's do it.
Remember that classic question? What inspired you to become an intellectual property consultant?
Yes.
Let's take a generic answer and transform it into something memorable.
Okay.
What do you have?
Well, instead of just saying, I've always been interested in law, try painting a picture for them.
Okay.
You could say something like, I remember being fascinated by a case where a small startup's invention was stolen by a larger company.
Okay.
It really highlighted for me the importance of protecting creativity and innovation, and that's what inspired me to pursue this path.
Oh, that's much better.
Right.
It shows that you're not just interested in the law, but the impact it has.
Absolutely.
Okay, now let's revisit that question about the most crucial qualities of a successful IP consultant. We've touched on this, but how do we go beyond just listing traits?
Remember, actions speak louder than words.
True.
So instead of saying, I'm a great communicator, you could say, I believe clear communication is key.
Okay.
I once had to explain a complex patent strategy to a client who wasn't very technically inclined. I used analogies and visuals to simplify the concepts, ensuring that they felt confident in our approach.
That's a great example.
Thank you.
You're showing your communication skills, not just saying it.
Exactly.
All right, let's tackle the question about staying current on IP law changes.
Okay.
How do we make our answer stand out?
I have an idea. How about this? I recently read an article in IP Law 360 about the latest Supreme Court ruling on patent eligibility.
Okay.
It raised some fascinating questions about how we advise clients on software patents moving forward, and I'm eager to apply these insights to my work.
So you're not just passively reading, you're thinking about it and analyzing.
Right. Exactly.
And that really shows you're engaged.
Yes.
Now let's revisit the question about copyright versus trade secrets.
All right.
How can we really nail this answer?
Okay, well, instead of simply defining each term, try this. Imagine a popular song that's protected by copyright, ensuring that the creators are rewarded for their artistry.
Okay.
Now think about the secret recipe for KFC's fried chicken. That's a trade secret protecting valuable confidential business information.
Okay.
They serve different purposes, but both are vital for fostering innovation and fair competition.
Oh, that's so much better.
Right.
You used relatable examples and highlighted the distinct purposes.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, let's move on to those questions about potential pitfalls in IP protection.
Okay.
How can we show off our expertise here?
Okay, so consider this response. One common mistake businesses make is neglecting to conduct thorough trademark searches before launching a new brand.
Okay.
I once had a client who invested heavily in marketing only to discover their chosen name was already trademarked. It led to a costly rebranding process that could have been avoided with upfront research.
That's a really good anecdote. It shows how important you are.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at that question about balancing client needs with ethical considerations.
All right.
How do we make our answer stand out?
How about this? I once had a client who was adamant about pursuing a patent that I believed lacked novelty.
Okay.
While I understood their desire to protect their idea, I had to advise them honestly about the low likelihood of success. We explored some alternative strategies, and ultimately they respected my candor and chose a different path.
That's a great example of sticking to your ethics, but also maintaining that client relationship.
Right.
Now let's tackle that question about the patent application process.
Okay.
How can we make this exciting?
All right. How about this response? Think of it like building a house. You start with a blueprint, that's the patent application meticulously describing your invention.
Okay.
Then comes the construction, working with the patent examiner to address any structural issues or clarify the design. It's a collaborative process that ultimately results in a solid, legally sound patent protecting your client's valuable creation.
I love that you took a complex legal process and made it easy to understand.
That's the goal.
Now, for that last question about handling IP infringement,
Okay.
what do you think?
Well, imagine saying this. I approach infringement cases like a detective gathering all the evidence and piecing together the story.
Okay.
If a client suspects their patent is being infringed, I analyze the infringing product or process, comparing it to the patent claims. Then we explore options ranging from cease and desist letters to litigation, choosing the path that best protects the rights and business interests.
I think that's a great way to end.
Yeah.
Because it shows you're strategic and you're ready to take action.
Exactly.
So we've covered so much in this deep dive.
We have.
We talked about the IP consultant role.
Yeah.
And how to answer tough interview questions. But before we go, I really want to emphasize the importance of authenticity.
Yes, you're absolutely right. While these sample answers provide a great framework,
Right.
remember to personalize them. Let your own passion and genuine enthusiasm shine through.
And don't forget about RoleCatcher.
Yes.
Their AI tools can help you tailor your responses
Absolutely.
to specific jobs and give you feedback to refine your approach and build your confidence.
It's like a secret weapon for your job search.
So go into that interview prepared, confident, and ready to impress.
Yes.
Remember, your knowledge and skills are your most valuable assets. Showcase them and land that dream job.
You got this.
Good luck.